Hi guys, and welcome to the live stream. So exclusive live stream just to the Zenler public community here. So put where you're from and all that stuff into the comments, and we've got a spooky edition today. So I want to do something a little bit different. I also wanted to get you kind of thinking about different times of year, such as like New Year, Christmas, and these sort of things, or Easter. And I thought, well, Halloween's coming up, so it'd be quite good to actually just generate a lead magnet. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to generate a lead magnet in a spooky, spooky fashion. So you might thinking, because our site is all about, stress and anxiety for women. So how can you sort of spin this to turn it into an event? And this is what is really important when you're a course creator. You should always be thinking about creatively about what you're going to do and how you can tap into things like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which are pretty easy. They're just sales, right? But something like Halloween or something is a little bit different. So because we're looking at just stress, right? We're looking at anxiety and stress over some of these celebration periods for women, especially with children and things. I thought it'd be quite a good one to do one on actually creating a coloring in book. So a book that someone could download for free as a lead magnet that actually just takes a bit of that stress and anxiety out and gives the children something to do. So this is my kind of spin on it. You can go in 100 different ways, and for each of your subjects you could do the same thing, right? So you could do a spooky dog one if you're a dog trainer, right? If you've got if you're a musician or something, you could teach people how to play maybe one verse of a spooky song or something, you know. So these are the kind of things that you could do. You could create a notation for it and those kind of things. So you need to be thinking about what you can do and what you can tap into, and that's what marketers do, right? So as you are marketing your business, that's what you do, right? So let's see who's with us today. Let's have a look and see some attendees in here. I've got two guests in here. Hi, guests. I don't know who you are. If you've logged in, I'll see you. Got Louise in. Louise is always here. Good to see you, Louise. Fabulous. Right. So we're going to get on with this and create a spooky lead generator, right? So if you've done the Accelerate program and you've gone like through these things, it's pretty much the same. We're going to do it really quickly because you already kind of know. And we'll be creating the Canva templates as well. So you'll be able to see the Canva templates going up. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. So that's what we will do today, if everything goes well. So by taking you through this process, you'll kind of understand, because if you've done the accelerator, you'll kind of know what we're doing anyway. And it should then be pretty easy. So we'll just go through the things. We're going to create from scratch, guys. Pretty easy to do this stuff. We're not going to do anything too wild. We're just going to, first of all, create the lead, the marketing funnel, and then we're going to create the freebie that we're going to give away, right? Okay, let's do this now. So I'm going to flick my sites up so I can get back into the accelerator site. And I'll just put that in there so you can see what it's all about. Okay, right. Let me share my screen and get into it. Take it you can all hear me okay, yeah? Good. Right, okay. So you can see my screen all nice and clearly. So you can see this is the course, Midlife Clarity, Women Ready to Claim Their Power. It's all about life stress and these kind of things. We're going to jump straight into Canva. So in Canva, we're going to create a standard size here. We're going to go create. We're going to go down to custom sizes. I'm going to work very quickly, guys. You can pause this video afterwards. And I'm going to go 1920 by 1080, right? That's my standard size, 1920, 1080. And we're going to go and just look in the templates for like Halloween. So all I'm trying to do at the moment is trying to get a nice background. So you're going to see these nice backgrounds coming in. Some of them are animated. It doesn't really matter to me. I would just want to choose a nice kind of spooky one in here. So don't spend too long. I don't want the ones with the big banners that go in, because I've got to put text in the middle of that, and I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do that because it will knock everything out. I don't want to make it super easy for me. So that one's quite nice. So I'm going to drop that one in there. I'm going to get rid of a few of these things in here. So because I'm going to be using this for a background, right? So that's all I want. Maybe I'll chuck a couple more bats in different sizes down here, spin them around a bit, chuck them over there. That's quite nice, right? That's my base. That's my building base for what I want to do. So I'm going to go to share. I'm going to go to download. I'm going to choose JPEG. I'm going to keep it the same size. Okay. Everything's the same size. It's JPEG. I'm going to download that. Okay. Now that's downloaded in a second. I'm going to just find that in my folder. I've got it in my folder on my desktop, right? So I'm now going to jump into my site. So here we go. So go into your admin dashboard. So we've got that base, that background, and you'd be like, well, you haven't put any text on it. You haven't put any, no, because I'm going to do that all in Zenler. So I'm going to go to marketing funnels. I'm going to go create a new funnel, and I'm going to go lead magnet, and I'm going to click next, right? So I'm going to call this Halloween special color book. That's it. I'm not going to put the free download in, the freebie, because it adds it to the end in the thank you page. I never do that because people can put fake email addresses in and grab it from the thank you page. They can also share that thank you page with other people who can also grab it. So I don't even launch a product at the end of it. Remember, we're just trying to lead generate here. So it's to get people in, and you would then do your campaign around it. So Halloween special color book, spelled in the English way. I'm going to choose the default classic, right? Because some of the others have pop-ups. I don't like pop-ups. And if you've got pop-up blockers, or people have got pop-up blockers, it stops them coming up, right? So I don't use pop-ups. Just my personal choice. I don't like them. So I'm going to choose the classic, and I'm going to choose finish. It doesn't matter because I'm going to restyle it all anyway. So Zenler sets it all up. Opt-in thank you page. That's all I need. I'm going to click edit in here now. And when this edits, when this comes up, it's going to have a form and everything in here. I'm going to do my usual, put a empty block. So I'm going over to blocks at the side here, and you're going to see you've got this empty block here, and I'm going to drag that in the top. Now the form that it already gives me, I'm going to get that and delete it out. I know it's whoa scary stuff because I'm getting rid of it, but honestly it's super easy. Going to go to settings here in the blue box, and I'm going to choose the background color. I'm going to put a background color in of dark, so I'm going to put black in. Now I'm going to choose background images. So the reason I put a background color in, even though I'm using an image in the front of it, is fallback color. So if, for instance, someone's got a slow loading internet, then what happens is the image might take longer to load. So I want I want a similar color background that's going to show all the text on the top if it takes a little bit longer for that background color to load on slow internet connections, right? So that's what I do. It's called a fallback color. Just make sure that the text, because the text is basically going to be white. So if I had it white, then white on white, you're not going to see it. Okay. So background image, I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to go and grab my background image, which I can see is in my download folder. There it is. I downloaded it, and I'm going to upload without crop. So this is going to put this in here. Already it's looking spooky. I'm going to increase this little drag bar. So you've got these drag bars here. I want it nice and big in this side. Okay, looks good in there. And now what I can do is I can add a row, and I'm going to add just one row. We're going to keep it super simple. Add an element. I'm going to go in and grab a heading, the H1 heading. Always start with an H1 heading, and then grab your spooky color book. Okay, so at the moment that doesn't really tell people that are suffering with stress and anxiety that this is really going to kind of help them, right? So now I'm going to add a heading, and I'm going to go for heading type 2, and I'm going to put here, take some of the stress out of your life and add enjoyment to the day for your children. Okay, So that's what I'm putting, something like that. Just like I said, super, super simple. Right, I'm going to go here now and change this to a white so it shows up. And I might change this to a semi-bold. I might change that font completely. But I want it to be nice and clear, right? That's the main thing here. It's like audio. If you've got crackly audio, I consider that crackly audio to be like typefaces that you can't really read properly, right? So you want it nice and clear. So I might try something a little bit. Is Merryweather spooky? You tell me, right? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll go for something a little bit. That's quite nice, and I'll put this up to 65. I'm going to put it in white again so it shows up. Might bring this down a little bit here. I might do a soft carriage return. So soft carriage return, we just need to hold the shift key and press enter. All right, I think I'm going to have it nearer the top. Okay, so that kind of says what we want in here. And now I want to just add a form in here. So I'm going to add another row. I could just drop, actually, I'll just drop a form element. Let's make it super simple. So name all this stuff. And inside here, grab your spooky color book. Or if I'm doing it American English, I could do that. Do I want to do it American English? No. Right, I'll make a decision. Right, I'm going to keep that button nice and dark as well because I want it to show up on all the other colors. This is something that's really important as well, as making sure that everything's really visible and clear for people to see, and it's nice and big as well. So I'm not changing a lot with this. I'm going to make it into, I think I'll take it into a kind of really dark, not quite black, but more of a kind of ready black down there. All right. And you could change that style if you wanted to as well. Maybe I'll change this into, okay, that'll do. All right. So that's good. That says what it says, and that'll do the job. So now with that button, I want to go into the settings of the button, and we're going to be going action, and we're going to go to link. All right. And I'm going to go back to here. I want it to go to the thank you page. So I'm going to copy the URL here. So not go to links, so it's submit form. And then I want it, the post submit action, to go to next step. I could also drop the link in there. So I never do the next step, right? I always go link. So that's why I copied the link from here. And post action is after they press the button, right? It's just where it's going to take them next. So I just drop that link in there. Now you could tag them if you want to. You could add them to an email list. You could drop them into another funnel. We're not going to do any of that. And that's good. So I'm going to save that. That's good. That's saved. That's our page done. Definitely put your SEO in here as well. So I want to grab some of this text. So I'm going to go that copy. I'm going to go to SEO. Drop that in there. I might upload that card that I've got in there just for fun. Click done. I'm just going around and just copying what I've already got. So you might want to spend a bit more time on this, and then put Halloween gifts, free color book, this kind of thing. Free color coloring book for children. Right, something like that, and click done. Okay, so save that. That's our page saved. So now I'm going to just format the thank you page. So I'm going to pull out this little tab on the right hand side, and I'm going to click it, and it's going to give me a load of code, and that's going to look scary, but don't be scared. We're going to copy this. We're going to be copying this across. So I'm going to put the cursor anywhere and hold the control key, press A, hold the control key, press C to copy. And then we're just going to cancel it. So I've copied it. It's all saved already. So I'm now going to jump to the next page here. And this is just going to be the thank you page. So this is the page they end up on. So this is the default one. I'm going to take the default copy here. I'm going to select all, hold the control key, press A, backspace to delete all, control V to paste in that form block that you've got before. So there it is. And I don't want the form block in here because it's not a form, is it? Okay. Line spacing a little bit high on there. So on the line spacing down here, I'm going to put about 70 in here just to close it up a bit. If you have a bigger line spacing like 200, for instance, it's going to be huge, right? So we want to get that right in there. And I'm going to go check your inbox, spam, and promotional folder. And then now. Okay, good. That's it. So we set up our thank you page. So I'm going to click save to that. Great. Not so important doing SEO on the thank you page because that's not the promotional page. All right. So that's our 2 pages done. So let's have a look at those pages. So there we go. We've got this spooky. And I tend to turn off recapture for these quick things. So I can turn recapture off by going back to the spooky color book page and going into not SEO settings, going into page settings and just turning it off there. Okay, so let's save that. Let's have a look at this again, refresh. That's it, nice and clean. Good. Is that going to work responsively? Yeah, that's good. Looks good. It's going to look good on mobile. So they're going to fill their name, their email. They're going to click here and then they're going to then get the automations that are coming from this, and they'll also go to that thank you page as well. So if we have a look at that thank you page, that's the thank you page. Nice and simple. Check your inbox, spam, and promotional folder now, right? So they know that they've sent something. Okay, so we need to set up the automations for this for when they sign up. So we're going to really simple automation in here. You can make this as detailed as you want. I've got these thank you. These are by default set up by Zenler, but we're only going to have one automation go out for this little offer that we're doing. So I'm going to delete them out. And inside here, I'm going to put your spooky coloring book is here. And then I'm going to put stuff into here. So this gives you a load of text in here, which is a good idea to read it if you've not done it before. But I'm going to select all of this apart from this bottom area. I don't delete this out. Okay, if you do, it won't go and you need to add it back in. So I get rid of everything apart from that. And then I can put dear thank you for registering. We hope this color book will keep your children entertained and relieve your stress and anxiety. Something like that. Okay, you can put that through Claude, change it if you want to, through AI if you want to, but it's just to get the message over there. So, and then I'm going to put grab it here, and then underneath that I'm going to put did you know have a ton of resources to help cope with stress and anxiety. Yeah, and then we could put our URL in there like that. Okay, or you can take the URL link and put it into it. So visit us today, see how we can help you. Right, select that text. Remember I've copied that link. I'm going to go to link, insert link. I'm going to insert the link there. So that's to the site. You could send them to your course pages as well, to a specific course if you wanted to, but that's the link being dropped in. So I make that bold. Okay, now I generally select all the text and I do two things. I go size 10, then I go size 18, which is the size I usually use. And with the font, I choose Arial Black, and then I go back to Arial. Right. The reason I do that is sometimes it will give funny colors and things and change the sizes. So by doing that, it sort of resets everything and makes it all nice. So grab it here. This is going to be the book. It's going to go out 0 days. So as soon as they register for this automation will fly out when it's live. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to click save change. It says currently paused. Do you want to make it live? Yes, I'll make it live. We haven't put our link in there yet to the PDF, but we're going to do that next. So let's go back to good old Canva. And we're going to use this same template to create that. So you could do a A4 one if you wanted to for people to print out. It's really up to you. But just for this, I'm going to just have this in here. So inside here, we want to then put, you want to put your spooky color book or something. The Halloween spooky color book, right? And then we're going to blow it up. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I just want to show you quickly. And we'll choose something spooky like that. Make that text white in there. All right, so first page, we're going to go into this. I'm going to get rid of this background, put it black and white so people can print it out easy. And inside here, we should have a lot of these spooky graphics because it's this time of year. So then you can start to just put things around on a page. And this allows people to start to color them in. So you've got things like these little ghosts that you can put in here. So this is great for kids. They love this stuff, yeah? So you can put all these little ghosts going around here. Maybe another little spider's web there. You know, that's a page done, really. I mean, put a few more in there, and then then the kids can sort of color them. Yeah. So they can just have all these little things and color them in like that. So something really simple. Okay, I'm going to create another page here. So this time I might grab something like this. It's already got a bit of color on it, but it's fine. I might be able to edit that and actually take away that color. So if I go into the editing mode, if I do that, it might change it into a doodle. I've not tried this before. No, I don't like that. Right. Right. Some bats, spider's webs are always good. Throw a spider's web in here. We've got a different type of ghost. Yeah. Another page. And let's look for, oh, what's this? This looks quite good. Oh, spiders. Nice. So, and maybe this little guy. With some little bats. Right, another page. So you can see you can start to build these things up. So once we're finished with this, let me just check. Halloween. You can apply filters in here. static. Okay, they're colored. Oh, that's quite good. He's kind of looking at that. Yeah, nice. So we've got some nice little pages. So you could add to those. You see how quick we did that. So all we do now is we go to share, we go to download. We're going to go down to PDF standard, right? We don't need to go high qualities on this stuff. It's just for kids to color in. So we're just going to go standard here. I'm going to leave everything as it is. I might actually even compress it, make the PDF a bit smaller by compressing. Doesn't alter the quality too much. And we're going to click download. So this will now download this little book as a PDF for our guys to get. So there it is there. Here it is. Here's our PDF. Okay, here. So if I open that up, this is what it is. So they can print these pages out and use these pages, right? So let's now go and take that and upload it into Zenler. So going to jump back to Zenler now, and I'm going to go into, I'm going to close these windows off because they're all sorted, and I'm going to go into site. So right hand click, go open link in new tab, and that'll open. And I'm going to go to media library, and then in the media library I'm going to upload a file, and guess what I'm going to upload? I'm going to upload the Halloween spooky book. So let's click upload. Very small file, less than 1 megabyte. There it is there. I'm going to go into the share settings here, and I'm going to say anyone with a link can download. And I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to click done. Now I'm going to jump back into my automations for my funnel, and where I've got grab it here, I'm going to add that link in there like that, and click insert and make it there. And if you want to, just with that text, make it really big. So let's go 28 or something. Sometimes it will drop the top text down as well. I'm going to take this, make it 18. Okay. Oh, it's gone a bit weird. All right, but you got the idea. See it there, and visit us, how we can help you. All best, Kevin. Okay, that's it. I'm going to click save to that. And that is it. We've now got something that we can market. So you've got this funnel system that you're going to get this email go out to, this email, and you're going to be able to pick that email up. So if I preview that, here it is. This will visit the site. So if I open the link in a new tab, it will visit the site. So the mums might buy a course in there. But also, if they want to pick the PDF up, if I right click there, open link, you're going to see that it will start downloading the file. Do you see? It's downloaded it, so they can grab it. So that's the email. That's the whole system set up for you for Halloween. And that is it. So super cool, and really easy to make work, right? So hopefully you've enjoyed that. That's a little Halloween special. So we there created a full little campaign. So all you've got to do now is you've got to create social media and start pushing it out there with what you're doing. So you can use some of this stuff as a base. So if you come into here and we go, right, okay, I want a social media Instagram post, you can click in, have a post there, and you can go in, you can grab these assets that you've got, I'm going to copy them, jump back into here, paste them in. Might have to jump back and grab the background image, copy, go back in here, paste it in. And now you can start to position these like this around, make this bigger if you want to. So it's right in the middle. Like that. And now I've got a little social media post that I can post. So I've got that. So I could put something more in there. I could put get, get your book in there. But that is it. So I can now post that on social media. So you can do like 10 or 15 of those different ones. You can animate them if you want to, and then you can then use those for your social media. So if you were animating this, you might duplicate the page. Let's say we're going to add some animation. So I want to add this animation here. I'm going to animate, and I'm going to go pop, and I'm going to do it on exit. So only on exit only. And then it comes into this one. So I'm going to change the order of this around. This is just to give it a little bit of animation effect, right? And then I'll put in here something like free, like that. Let me just move a few more of these things around because I want things to pop out different bits. So what we've got here, if I take this, is I can animate these, and I'll do pop on both. And now what I've got is I've got this going to run and this going to run. So if I go to my screen, if we show this, I go to presentation mode. Let's go present. This is what you're going to get. So you got this comes up, and then it repeats itself. So it just repeats through there. And I could export that out as an MP3. So MP4. So I could export this out and I would have those animation effects in there. If I just wanted to export the page just as a static, I could download it as a JPEG. And that's the way that you could do that. So that is a little animated social. So do like 10, 15 of those, change the words around, put the content description in when you're posting to Instagram, TikTok, or if you're doing it for YouTube or any of those, or even come on camera and do something like have a Zoom session. So I'm giving away a free book for you mums that are stressed and anxious that time of year. And this is for your kids to color in, and then you can show them some snapshots of that. Post that out there. You've got a lot of time to do this. I've done this in what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to do this. And there you go. We've got something that we can release 1 week before Halloween starts. That's when you promotion for it, and then finish it on that day. But it's super, super quick to do. And hopefully that's going to be of use for you guys. All right. So there you go. That is our Halloween special for you. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon.